Operators and statements. So in this lecture, we will deal with the various operators and some of the three of the statements, that is assignment statement and output statement and the input statement. Now what are these operators? As you know, every language has verbs are there. Without verb, you cannot construct a sentence. Some action has to be represented. You cannot construct a sentence only with nouns and pronouns. So I need to have a subject and the predicate. Predicate will contain a verb. Similarly, the operators are verbs of my computer language. Here it is the Python, the verbs of my Python language. So let us get into this. So we say Python here, we have the operators, and one first set of operators is arithmetic operators. To do a lot of arithmetic mathematics. For example, you are familiar with these are symbols: plus, minus, into, divided by, again one more symbols, very special for Python here, double forward slash, percentage. This is modulus operator, and this is exponential operator, that is 2 star star 2 will give you 4. Now we'll deal with this. This is for division, called the floating division. This is called the integer division. So these are the operators we are going to use. And with that we come to assignment operator. And that is represented by this symbol which we are accustomed to call as equal. No, it is not equal sign. It is equal is going to be what is called relational operator. We will come across that later. So this is just an assignment operator. So let us see. With that we get into the statements. The first of the statements is assignment statement. As the word suggests, I am going to assign something to something. So in this statement I am assigning a value, some number may be, string may be, to a variable. So we know what variables are there. To those variables I assign some value. For example, 20 is assigned to A. A is the named variable, named location in the memory. So when I say A equal to 20, that means 20 will go and reside in that location A. So that is the meaning of that. Here, C, assignment operator A plus B, finds the sum of A plus B. Suppose A is 20, suppose B is 30, it is going to be 50. 50 is going to be assigned to one more variable called C. So these are the assignment statements. Now on the right hand side we may have a very complicated formula. So what it does, it calculates the result of that formula and then assigns that value to the one variable which is there on the left hand side. With that we come to output statement. After doing all these calculations, I would like to display the result of my calculation. And for that I need an output statement. And this is very simple. Print variable or variables. So in other words, it says print the content of this variable. For example, if I say print A contains 20, 20 will be printed. 20 will be printed. So that is. Now input statement. To do all these calculations, I have to input this data using the keyboard. So when I input the data, I have an input statement to collect that data. For example, here input, enter temperature in Celsius. That is the code given there. So that will appear on the screen. That means you are asked to enter the temperature in Celsius. For example, you enter 100. So the 100 will go and it will be assigned to one variable called C. So that is input statement. We will deal with each of these statements immediately using these sets of operators. First we get into operators. As you see, this is a plus, minus, into, as I said, division, floating division, that is 5 divided by 2 will give you 2. This is floor division, integer division. This is 2.5. Here you will go 2, and this is called modulo or remainder. Modulo operator, exponential operator, float x. That means if x is an integer, say 100, so it is going to convert that into a floating number, 100.0. Whereas here, integer, suppose you have got 100.0 as the floating point, it converts it to integer, it truncates whatever is there after the decimal and converts that into integer. Absolute value of x, that means if x is a negative number, So it converts into a positive number. And so the round, one more rounds the float x to a nearest whole number, results always in an integer. So these are some of the operators we are studying and we are going to use in our calculations. For example here, so x I have assigned, this is the program, Python program. 20 is assigned to x, 8 is assigned to y. So x divided by y, that is floating division. So what is the answer of z? So x divided by y is equal to z. It is, the answer is here 2.5. So 20 divided by 8 is going to be 2.5. Similarly here, w is equal to x double forward slash y. This is integer division. It will give you only the integer part. As you see, 20 divided by 8 will give you only 2. Modulo division. So it will gives you the remainder. X modulus y. Here will give you remainder. 20 modulus 8 will give you remainder of 4. It goes 2 times 16. Therefore 4 is the remainder. So this will give you an idea about these three of these operators. Other ones are very easy. With that we come to the assignment statement. As I said, a value is assigned to a variable. Or there is a mathematical expression, the whole calculation, after calculating the value is assigned to that variable. So let us see. For example here, f is equal to ma. Now you have to remember, please note, every mathematical formula should be converted to Python statement using appropriate operators. This is mathematics. F is equal to ma is mathematics. That means m should be multiplied by a. So we have to be very specific here. F assignment operator m into a. So operators have to be included, otherwise your computer will not understand. It will say there is an error in your program. So please remember that. Similarly here, area is equal to LB. L means length into breadth. Therefore, area is equal to length into breadth. So this becomes a Python statement. And for example, area triangle. I have left a space here. This is in mathematics. Yeah, equal to half BH. That becomes, you have to remove that space, make one word. Area triangle is equal to half into B into H. So this becomes the mathematical expression. So this is completely, this one is the assignment statement. I calculate and the value result is assigned to this variable called area triangle. So this is assignment statement. Output statement. Output statement is used to display the content of whatever we have calculated. For example, amount paid. So I want to display the amount paid. So this amount paid is equal to, this amount paid contains the value, some numbers are there. So that has to appear here. To do that, I have to give this format statement here, specifier percentage 4.2 F. It's a floating number. That means 2 decimals. 0.2 means 2 decimals. Altogether 4 digits long. So therefore, please remember you have to say percentage 4.2 F and close bracket this thing here, quote here, and then you say percentage within bracket you can say amount paid. So this, there is no comma as it is in C. So this is how you, this is the output statement. Again, one more output statement. Sum of this number plus this number is equal to this number, sum of A. So value of A will appear here, value of B will appear here, and value of C, the sum of A and B will appear here. So that is to be done earlier. Similarly, I want to display the name. So name of a student is equal to percentage S. Percentage S is for string, D is for decimal number, what is it, integer numbers, and F is for floating numbers. So these are the what are called the format specifiers, as is given here. Width D, width F, and here just percentage S. So these are the format specifiers for in the output statement. In the output statement. With that, we come to the last of the statement we are studying till now, what is called the input statement. As I said, we need to enter data, numbers or strings, etc. into the program. How do I do that? And for that I use this input statement, and here within brackets I give whatever I want to tell the user of your program. For example, here I want the program, the user to enter the temperature in Celsius. So this is very, very clear here. So input within brackets enter temperature Celsius. That has to be within quotes. Please note that it has to be within quotes. And then it accepts that, and suppose you enter 100, 100 will be assigned to this variable called C. Now note one thing. Now whatever you type in the keyboard is going to be only text. So when you enter 100, it is going to be just text that has to be converted into number. To do that, I use here float, as I said earlier. So it returns 100, but 100 is a string. So string is converted to float here, floating number. So because 100 here becomes 100.0. So therefore, input function returns a string. Hence, we need to convert it into either float or integer. So that is what is done there. Well, let us go through some problems. Python program to convert temperature in Celsius into Fahrenheit. So I have to ask the user of this program to enter temperature in Celsius, and that is what is done here. Input, and it converts into float, as I said. Then now I'm displaying the temperature in centigrade. What I entered will appear here is float number, therefore 4.2F percentage C. The C value will appear here. Temperature C is, as you see here, I have entered 100. So 100 will appear here. Then it does the calculation. This is the assignment statement. Formula is here. This formula is converted and C is converted to F. As you see here, converted into F. Now then you display the result. Temperature in F is equal to F value is displayed here. For example, I've entered 100. When you convert that, it becomes 212.00 because 0.2 I have given. So 2 decimals are there. So this is the result of this simple Python program which you are going to enter into your interpreter, which I will show you immediately. With that, we come to second program to find the area of a triangle. So to find the area of the triangle, I have to give the values of base and height. So therefore I ask, enter the length of the base of the triangle, convert that into float and put it in B. Enter the height of the triangle and convert that into float and put it into H. Here you do the calculation area, and here you display, as you say, I've entered 10, then length of the height is 20. So the area of the triangle with the 10 base and 20 height is equal to 100. So that is the result output statement. These two are input statement. This is the assignment statement. This is the output statement, what you have studied. And with that we come to the last of the program. I will give you a few more programs to work out. So program to find the area of a circle. So first thing you have to ask whenever there is a problem is, what is the input? How am I going to find the output? And then the display the result. So input, therefore area of a circle. To find the area of a circle, I need to have the radius of the circle. So that is why enter the radius of the circle. So it converts into float and is stored in R. I am having this formula pi r square, 22 divided by 7 r into r. So this is my assignment statement, and I get the result of that. Area contains the result. Then I display, as you see here, enter the radius 7 I have entered. The area of the circle with radius 7.0, the 4.1 if I have said, is equal to 154.0. So again, percentage within brackets R and area. R appears here, area appears here. So there are three problems give you an idea about input statement, output statement, and the assignment statement. There are some examples, some exercises which you should work out, because you will learn any computer language. Please note, coding is a skill. Coding is a skill, and therefore you have to expend your time in testing these programs. You cannot just write programs, because when you test the programs, eventually you will come across a lot of problems. You may have declared your variable wrongly, and then you're using this variable wrongly, etc. So then you will learn a lot. So for example, here, write a program to find the area of a triangle given the lengths of sides. A, B and C are the lengths of sides. You find that is area square root of s into s minus int, s minus b into s minus c. What is s? S is equal to a plus b plus c divided by 2. So that you have to collect, get the value for a, b and c, calculate the value of s and substitute that value of s in this. Please note again, this is mathematics. You have to convert that into an assignment statement. S into, that symbol operator has to come. Then use star star 0.5 to find the square root. So write a Python program, find the area of a triangle. That is what we have done just now. Write a Python program to find the area of a circle given the radius. We have done that. This is f into ma. That is, write a Python program to calculate the volume of a cube given the length of its side. So it is, you know, if its length is L, it is L into L into L, L cube. That is going to be the volume of that cube. So these are some of the exercises. You get a few more exercises from your mathematics, and then write the code, enter it into the interpreter, and then get the result of your calculation. That is the best way to learn a computer language, and especially Python. Okay, thank you.